as sitcoms have progressed as an art form, I'm going to call it an art form, TV is important. We all watch it all the time. There's a number of tones available to your sitcom, and it can be like your CBS laugh track studio audience, wackadoo, whatever that Joey sitcom is that you were trying to.
Oh,
he's a dad with a plan, man with a plan.
Man with a plan, I think. Good job.
That is
I was gonna call it Dad with a Thing or something.
Dad with a Thing. I think it's Man with a Plan, where it's just like a couple of sets and like it's very much plug in plot A, plug in plot B, plug in plot C, gag laugh, gag laugh, gag laugh, or something like Baskets on IFC, which is very much like the emotional portrait of a man lost in his life, who's wondering how to be an artist in a life that doesn't want that from him, and how does he relate to his family who doesn't understand him. But that's also a sitcom, and it is also built on that same structure. It just has like more emotional depth, and it's funny, but then there are also moments, not even that are sad, but that are just like touching.
Yeah, there's poignancy, and sometimes you can deal with the fact that it's like it's not on a set and there's no laugh track or whatever. There are tones that you can hit with music and stuff that make it feel more cinematic. But I mean, there's other shows like what's that show? The woman who's a comedian. It doesn't really matter. But there's stuff that is filmed as a sitcom, or like Love. Yeah. Like that, a sitcom format, but it's filmed.
Yeah, and it's on location.
Right, and it does seem to have like more weight immediately than a regular sitcom that's on stage.
Right. Well, even like The Good Place those are sets. That's not on location.
Right.
But it's.
I guess that's traditional set sitcom writ large.
Yeah, it's very much gag driven, and it's very much like the formula is twisted a little bit so that there's like a huge cliffhanger at the end of every episode. But it's exploring what it means. It means to be a good person and what happens when we die.
The poignancy of a show like that, though, does tend to be like it's a bigger question because everyone's dead, so no one has to worry about.
Everyone's dead, and that's not a tragedy.
Yeah, so the sadness isn't just like, oh, you've wasted your life, like or your life.
We're over that. We're dead. What does it mean to be judged as a person, and what's your moral value?
Yeah. What did you do before then?
Yeah.
That made you end up where you are.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little easier than just like moments of just, well, I guess that's all there is.
But I mean, all of those shows are all sitcoms.
Yeah.
But they have vastly different tones, and that's the exciting part of like, it might sound, I think even for us, I was a little embarrassed to say like, are we writing a sitcom? I think several times we were like, we're not really writing a sitcom, but I think that we are, and that doesn't mean that it has to be hacky and joke-filled. I mean, it is going to be joke-filled because we're very funny people. But it doesn't. There's not just one thing that means anymore, and that's the exciting part.
This might be an easy go-to, but the first thing that I can think of is let's go back to a sitcom that's taken seriously is maybe MASH. I mean, there's got to be something before that, but that really is like a flagpole that is.
Yeah, I guess it dealt with like social issues, and then it also was just very farcical sometimes. And then the farce was also in service of the idea that war is absurd. Yeah, so it's not like there weren't weighty sitcoms or like All in the Family or anything Norman Lear. If the writing is exploring real human relationships and real human issues, then there you go.
Right.
It's not just throwaway garbage.
And some of the stuff that we've already talked about, like it's surprising that there could be any success with the relaunch of One Day at a Time or the Carmichael Show, like
as an update to the All in the Family.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be an actual story that hasn't been told that is just a remake of an old story, an old Norman Lear.
Right. Well, that's like there's two sides to that of like find something new. But, philosophically, there's only 6 stories in the world anyway.
But it seems like this generation has gone to not only do you go off platform to your whatever Hulu or whoever's available at this point, but you're like, I'm going to film this and do it, you know, off from studio money. Maybe it's like, I mean, I don't know how Baskets got made. I mean, it looks beautiful, but I would imagine it's off the back of Galifianakis having such huge.
Well, I think it was when Louis C.K. before we found out he was a monster. He had the deal with FX where they were just like, "We'll give you money and you do what you want. We're happy with your work." And he was friends with Galifianakis, so he was like, "Let's do a show."
So there's.
And Galifianakis was like, "I'm not doing a show unless I can be a clown."
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's the.
Or even what was the Bill Hader show of.
Oh, Barry.
Yeah, like you've got it. You got a show.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's make it. I'm a hitman. All right. What makes that different? It's me.
Yeah.
Bill Hader is a hitman.
Yeah.
Who's not gonna watch it? So give it a shot.
Yeah.
You've got an audience already. But it's not any kind of big money that is, you know, are you going to watch this at the football game? It doesn't matter because it's on whatever Showtime or Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. And we're not going to watch the football game. But I think that's